Save the last one for me.
You're irrelevant.
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh, keep fighting. Alright, okay,
Follow
good
my
job.
steps.
Right, they're not. Right, let's get going. It's quite nice, the maps now.
Attack!
Send your cadaver.
Let's head out.
Suddenly the woman opens her eyes. She doesn't look at you, but the stare is up at the... Oh. The sun will never rise again. The sky is cursed and we belong. I am a priestess of Erisarian from Order of the Sunrise Sword. Next to me is the Herald Order, and he led our forces raids to many times, but this campaign, the Gaia's attacked a few nights ago. A vast number we never seen anything like. Argus organized our resistance with great skill, but while the monsters were distracting our fighters, a small group of raided the camp and took our supplies. We were left food. We shouted. Okay. We shared the last crumbs of our supplies and set off back, and became everyone suffering from hunger and thirst. We grew weak and barely fought back while the gargoyles struck the second time. They snatched many of us away, and saw the pain of... Oh wow. We decided the gods seek their help, having no idea that they were Hell Knights, but they relieved only sworn every gulp counted for. They scored 2 flasks and sack of bread. They said we were allowed to keep the sack and use bandages. 2 flasks written for all of us. A sack of bandages. A leader that takes care of their own tribe first. All this. How could he do such a thing? Suddenly fall away when he first arrived, in hard choice. Are you going to take the food from our own child mouth? What happened after that? Gargoyles attacked. Despite how the Hell Knights particularly had treated us, Araris empowered to help them and gave us the wounded, but the monster had slaughtered. Alas, besides its convinced of such evil, he told our people to go to the Hell Knights to find shelter, while he stayed and covered our retreat. He was a strong cleric, but he treated our wounded. He neglected himself, and he paid for it. Your commander can't be helped, but you're still alive. Allow me to help you and come. That's quite a story. I can't picture it on the stage of grand skill gold and the tastic singing. Final, it is me, appealed Jet, or is it often that you come across heart-wrenching and plots outside the stage? Why are so many deaths, so many sacrifices, bravery for what? No, I will not go with you, stranger. My crusade and I will die what we lived, compassion and nobility. I don't want to keep fighting for or that bows to such laws. May the goddess forgive me. Farewell. I am sorry for these good people treated you this way. If you don't have the strength to go on further, rest and we will continue crusade, I promise. Crusader, I'm not the one to advise, but you're wasting time on a fool. Gargoyles will be back soon. That's their usual tactics. They fly up, regroup, attack again. I'm going back to my unit now, and I advise you not to stay here for much longer.
They will fight against our resolve.
You should have listened to reason. Mind over
Aim
muscle.
carefully.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll watch your back.
My God, that,
I hope you appreciate this. I heed the voice of the spirits.
I'm guessing what happened is that they stole their food and then they just pretended that they were sharing. What is this?
I am helpful, am I not?
Oh, it's a cave. Cool. I thought that was it. I was like, what?
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Reginald de Renge, Herelictor of the Order of the God Claw, and temporary officer of the Joint Unit of Hell Knights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes. Indeed. The gargoyles were clearly trying to capture as many prisoners as they could. I don't know the reason behind these abductions, but I'm not about to give the enemy what they want. That is why all my people were ordered not to be taken alive. And as for the wounded, we didn't have time to get them to safety anyway.
Can you hear yourself? For the sake of principle, in order not to give the enemy what they want, you killed your own wounded. Helpless subordinates. Why does anyone still follow you?
Because we are Hell Knights. We know our duty.
Only someone who's never been responsible for the lives of others could feel any outrage at this decision. The wounded couldn't be saved. What good would it do to anyone if the rest perished along with them?
We can discuss our differences as soon as the gargoyle problem has been resolved. Speaking of which, here they are.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
The spirits demand your blood!
You crossed the wrong line.
solid ground.
Too late for apologies.
You two, check the area. Mark any potential shelters that offer protection against the aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory of the camp. I want to make sure that the gargoyles only abandon the people and won't be interested in anything else. Send messages immediately to our scouts and spread. Then return to camp. I need a full list of casualties sooner the better. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. I am quite interested in the events occurred at the Grey Garrison. I suppose you have questions for me as well. What do you want to know about the Grey Garrison? Any shift in balance and power driving the war is a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I am ready to support the person with all the resources I have at my disposal. But naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger who's marked by the gods. Gods blessed me with an incredible gift. Okay, it mean the helm of crusade, but that's not enough for you, is it? You're very good. I usually don't trust strangers either. So we understand each other. Thank you, Commander. What are the Hell Knights doing here with the borders? The same as you and your army, fighting the war against the demons. The Hell Knights have always been a part of the Crusade from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen. We act on our own authority and we serve a common cause. This world we want to build. I am a commander of a unit and the Order's heresy. I am 2 steps lower than its leader. The territory of Madame and are few who are equal to my rank, but I am the most. I wait for remaining fighters to return. What you see here is the only small part of my forces. As for the long-term plans, the result of our conversation. Before we move our serious subjects, I'd like to address the organizational issue regarding my units. You may wish to be present. Lakdara, permission to report the first gargoyle attack. I determined necessary to leave my post. I swarm over the river and ask for their assistance. Reinforcements are much needed. You earn a dull salary for your reinforcement. Resourcefulness, okay. And 100 lashes for abandoning your post. Yes, madam. It would be foolish and harsh for lawful and executing for desertion. Did you know the location of the squad? No particular. I assumed I might for it. No, for sure. You see, Commander? Of course. I could be generous and look at the other way, but that would mean that during the next battle, 10, 20 of my people will think it's high time for they ran to get help. Inactive requires limits, not motion. 100 lashes is hardly a punishment for a true Hell Knight and sees more spiritual warmth. Thank you for your concern, Commander, but I do not wish for the evaded punishment. I wouldn't be if I further did. Are you guys made of stone or what? They seem creepy, but I kind of like them. The people of punishment for worse, but I never thought you'd be one of them. Hasn't nature punished you enough? Wow. Everything's so strange. They march in columns, though the thicket through the regular smooth road nearby. Now for more a delicate issue, your commander were interested in your do it with the Knights of the Sun plate, correct? Your command was interested in our dispute with the Horizon, correct? Their forces in Paris suffered the great losses in the Green Demon attack, and now their leader has perished. His troops are in trouble. Are they reeling with no command? Their orderly the losses and suffered. What are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but I assume formal command over them. I will be able to refuge them into weapons and quality. One of the two of the Hell Knights as well. Do you think these people will follow after what you treated them? You already shown what you would sacrifice the people living shields to resist your precious knights. I won't let that happen again. Let them join my army. At least I don't treat my soldiers as expendable. Well then, we both have an agreement to make. Let's see what the orphans say. Ignorance of the Silver Sword. Your leader is dead and the order has suffered great serious losses and will not be able to recover. You'll return to Medivh, join another Crusader order, or hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Silver Sword. Or you may remain with my command, and I will not promise that it will be easy. What I promise is this. Under my command, you will never feel helpless in Mesa Talons. He's used to people following orders. Then again, the Slytherin cowards used to humiliating treatment. They won't even consider treating him a little. What would you do in their position? Challenge the gnome in the black duel and make him prove himself worthy of command? I would never end up in their position. Does that mean we've worked off the precious resources you spent on us? The water, the medicine, the bandages? I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. Your methods of warfare and your treatment of your allies goes essentially against our ideals, but Commander Aaron has already said to everything that which was said. We decided to follow the commander in this march on Dars. As you wish. Well done, Commander. Let's proceed to the main question then. Put an end to the excellent conversation. Should you discuss the cooperation between our forces, we do the same common. You're looking strangely particular. When you discussed Yaka's punishment and when we were deciding the fate of the swordman, it's if you were testing me. I do not believe I made any attempt to conceal my both new strong leader and regain as their higher usual. Of course I'd like to know what's inside your head. My army and I are going to drone free of demons. You can join us forces with us. I helped you handle the attack, but I don't want anything more to do with you. I do take that in your final decision. Unfortunately, many here in Medivh divorce the methods of the Hell Knights with unresolved bliss. If this is true the case, then I will only assume that you can always discuss the misunderstanding and reach an agreement. I send my forces to help your army and personally accompany you to and obey your orders. As long as the interests conclude, we can find a compromise between our... I like his eyes. They're still bright. Neither bright for now. Hell no, we don't need the likes of the Black Armored, sir. I don't want to fight by their side with someone who sits at my throat in my weekend. If you can defeat one army by inviting an equal, slightly more organised than demons, I consider that an insult. I never dealt with Hell Knights before, but from what we've seen, they're serious fighters. They're just what we need. And think how the armor will look on their partners. Oh, this is hard. We need everything we can get. You and I are following different paths. The moon is a big place. This is enough space for you and our forces, my own. And now, excuse me, I have things to do. We gained a bit of support from the... Oh, goodness me. It was a tough decision, but I can't trust them.
Completed. Tread lightly.
Where are we at? Alright then, I shall do this and end the session there. Next time, we'll be going deeper into enemy territory, hopefully. But we'll see. Who knows?